So we have a new super awesome Robotics Apple Vision Pro project, which I want to show you right now. We've been commissioned for a university in the UK to build a 4 in a row game that can be played. So the user will sit kind of either on a chair or they'll stand. They'll operate this touchscreen. So I can kind of get in here, stand where that user is going to be. They'll operate this touchscreen and they'll touch where they want to place their ball. And effectively this will choose the right color and it will feed the ball into here and it will drop into the chamber and the computer will know if they've won. And when the game's over, all the doors will open at the bottom, and one big door probably, and they'll all roll here and then they'll be taken by this lift back to the very top where this sensor will detect the color and feed it through. So red will go here and blue will go here. Now I already can see we might get a queue here, so we need to make this a bit longer, but we're already working through the design. But this is the static design that we've done, that was the concept, and we're using STAGEit, which I'm going to show you next, to actually mock up the physics and the animation and what is the gameplay going to actually feel like. What we can do here is we can visualize it working. So pop a red ball in the top here. And it falls into the tube. And it might be that blue wants to block that play. And at the moment, all of the tube doors are open. So it'll always fall in this first one. If I wanted to see what it would look like in the second one, I can copy that plane, which is a little invisible plane, make it slightly bigger. So this is one of the things you can do to kind of make it work. So if I want to show it going into a ladder tube, so then that red one will go in a later tube. There you go. So blue's going to play. Is it blue's turn? Yeah. Now it's obviously going through these elements yet. We haven't got these enabled for physics, but we will eventually. But this really enables us to see, one of the questions is, how are these balls going to stack down here when they come through? And what will that visually look like? And it allows us to model this. So actually I want to go into this tube now. I'm just going to move that back a bit from that one. Gives a real good idea of how things are going to behave. How's that? How cool is that? And then seeing how the ball's going to behave when they release from here, I can just turn that dark grey thing off. So if I pull that over here, we can see how they all gather up at the bottom there. And then hopefully we can animate this and we can basically get the balls to track back up as well. But this is what we're using STAGEit for, to help plan this robot, to help plan this game, to make sure that our geometry is correct, our design is correct, that the balls behave here, we don't get a jam anywhere. So we'll be continuing to use this, and as we improve it, we'll produce updates. I mean, how awesome is that? How awesome is that? Not only is it going to be a great product, but using STAGEit to help us model it is going to be really, really invaluable. I tell you what, you've got that old adage, measure twice, cut once. Well, with STAGEit, we can model once, twice, thrice, 4 times, don't know what the word is for that. Build it once. It will really limit the amount of time we have to do physical R&D, physical mock-ups, because we're going to be able to model it all digitally first before we build it. It's going to really make this project go so much better. Follow us. We'll keep you updated on YouTube. I'm so excited.